This video is going to show you how to navigate the COVE Professional Development Course website. So here is the home page. On the right side over here, you're going to find a link to Ian Taylor's website, his email, a link to Peter Shaw's website, his email, and then the full grant proposal if you would like to read it. This Google Groups right here is where all the discussion happens. So because this is a professional development course that will teach you how to create a classroom and office virtual environment, we have a lot of students that are currently in the pilot course, and then also this course is self-paced, completely online, and open for anyone to enroll. You're more than welcome to come to the Google group, to join the group, and then to post any questions you have. Down here on the home page, we have more of a better description than what I just said about what the course is actually about. But it's mainly just to get faculty members the ability to create a virtual office so they can sit at home and still give students access to go over assignments with them, or to use a whiteboard instead of paper, and still have that audio communication. And then also in the classroom, so if you have a sick student that kind of can't attend, instead of them missing class, they can just log into your virtual classroom environment and then still get all the subject material. Up at the top of the web page, we have our further links for the course, the course syllabus, the hardware I've suggested you use to complete this course, modules, and then a lecture repository. So the first one we're going to go to is the syllabus. So go ahead and just left click the syllabus link. And here we'll go through the course more in detail. So for course information, this is COVE, Classroom and Office Virtual Environment. Here's the actual website, which you already know if you're watching this video, hopefully. Another link to the Google group that I discussed earlier. For the instructor information, Ian Taylor is the main instructor, and Peter Shaw is just here for peer review. So if you have any questions or anything, you need to contact Ian Taylor first. He'll be the best person to help you out with any questions on the course. Ian has this virtual office March until May of 2011. He'll have office hours on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if this is after May 2011, then just shoot him an email and he'll tell you when his current office hours are. So for the course description, here we want to help you host virtual office hours, add online interaction to your traditional classroom, and then create a repository of all your lectures. So if a student is sick and misses a lecture, can't even get into the virtual classroom environment that you create, you can just send them a link to your recorded video. It's also the same thing for peer review. Instead of a peer reviewer having to sit in on your class, you just give them a link to your lecture video. We break this down into 6 modules. So the first module, you're going to learn how to host virtual office hours. So how to use WebEx, which is a web conferencing software tool. It's absolutely free. The only problem is that you can have up to 5 students, or you and then 4 other people in the meeting at one time. So it's capped at a total number of people to be in the meeting. This shouldn't be a problem for your virtual office just because of the nature of having students in your office. I haven't spoken to many people that have more than 4 students in their office at a time. The next module, you're going to deal with meeting a student online. So Ian Taylor will come in and act as a student, so you can show that you've learned everything in Module 1, and to help you with any questions or problems that you've had in completing Module 1, and give you some tips on how he uses the virtual office. For Module 3, you're going to learn how to create your virtual classroom environment. So first you're going to practice by opening up WebEx in your class, and then basically using all the same tools that you learned in Module 1, but in your classroom. In Module 4, you're actually going to open up the virtual classroom environment and then invite Ian Taylor to come in, and he will act as a guest lecturer. So he'll take over the presentation, and you'll see video of him and hear his audio, and he'll probably share something like a PowerPoint or a website and some annotation, just so you can get the feel of what to expect if you were to bring in an actual guest lecturer on your subject. In Module 5, you're going to do something similar, except instead of having a guest lecturer, Ian's going to come in just for support reasons, in case anything goes bad and he needs to help you troubleshoot, but you're going to learn how to record your lecture. So that way, while you're using your virtual environment, you're also recording it and setting it up so at the end, you now have this file that you can give to any student to watch your lecture. And then in the 6th module, all you do is just provide that recorded lecture for the virtual repository, which is just a web page you'll see at the end of this video, where Ian Taylor keeps all of the different videos for students to access. And of course, this is just optional. If you're not in the pilot course, you don't have to do this. This is just something extra I do to help increase the access. So for the course schedule, within the pilot, week 1 is a hands-on class where the faculty members come to a certain spot and then they're handed off all of the hardware. Given the hardware, given the software that they need to go and get their OIS or just the people that are in charge of their classroom computers and office computers to install that software so that the hardware will work on their computers. And then week 2 through 7, complete 1 module a week. And then week 8 is just the in-course meeting. Now this is just suggested, and when I said earlier that this is a self-paced course, it means that you can progress quicker than this, you can progress slower than this. It's all online, so you all do it at your own time. The only thing that you don't have your own time is completing module 2, 4, and 5, where you'll need Ian Taylor to come into your classroom or into your virtual office and then to complete the module. So the course assessment, faculty just come into the hands-on class, they complete modules 2, 4, 5, and 6, and then they come back to the in-course meeting to give back the hardware. As long as they do each one, they complete the course and they're given a professional development certificate upon completion. Next part is the hardware. So on the hardware page, I've listed some suggestions as to if you're going to do this wired, the type of headset and digital tablet to use. But if you're going to do this wirelessly, and that's what we use for our pilot course, I suggest using this wireless Bluetooth headset and this wireless digital tablet. The reason that I suggest going wirelessly is that in the classroom, you know, mobile. So you can still have this virtual classroom environment, but you can be mobile throughout the class, walking around using the tablet and still having audio through your headset. But these links here are just links to YouTube videos on tutorials on how to connect this hardware to your computer. So now just click on the modules, and you see that we have our modules 1 through 6 here. You can click this link here to learn how to sign up for a free WebEx Meet account, or you can download a PDF version of the modules here. So for example, we'll just go through the first module. Each one of these links is going to open up a YouTube video. Now they're relatively short, going from anywhere from 30 seconds to 6 minutes long. And the reason I've broken this up is that so if you've already learned how to start a meeting, you don't have to learn about logging in. If you already know how to interact with a guest, that means you've already learned these other ones. So that way you don't have to keep repeating the same videos when you start doing the other modules. Where it says your student will need to watch, when you want to host these virtual office hours, you'll want to send the URL of this web page to your students so that they can watch this video. Or you can just click on the link here. It'll open up a new web page and you'll see the video here, and it'll have me talking just like I am with this, and then they can just watch the video. And I give you this little suggested process here to how to go about completing the module. Now the last part of this course website is this lecture repository. Now right now we're still in the middle of the pilot, so I don't have any of the actual lectures yet, but eventually here we'll have the disciplines listed for faculty that have completed this course and have given me their lecture videos, and then I'll have it listed with the name of the video, the teacher, and the link for you to get to the video. And once we complete this pilot, I'll also add on a web page that actually has a list of all of the faculty that have completed the course for any administrators or anyone else just to see who's already done this. If you have any questions about this course or the layout of the website or anything, please just send Ian Taylor an email. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy.